So here we are on the second track, and this one's all about breaking out of loops. You mentioned that this track really captures that feeling of life looping around until you find a way to break the curve.
And I think that part of life that I'm trying to get in touch with this Mobius mode song has to do with breaking the chain, getting out of that loop, getting yourself off of the tracks, climbing a mountain, finding a middle ground, slowing down enough to be able to rewire yourself, to see the signs, to read the signs, to break out of the maze and find your way into the scene of your own life. When I say I'm in Mobius mode, I mean it's time to rewrite my own code.
So Mobius mode is really about that moment when you realize you're on this endless twist of a surface and that you decide to step off and rewrite the pattern. I'm going to find a way to shift the whole shape of the journey. And that's a powerful message for listeners, right? It's telling them that when they're in their own loops, they have the power to rewire and start brand new.
So this song is showing up on the album of Skylark Nights as a way to try to break the pattern. You're getting yourself into a really nice rhythm and flow leading up into the point where you realize that you're going to have to find a way to convey and carry all of these nice messages and sentiments that you are gaining from the music back into your life. It's to help you to reemerge back into your life stronger and more empowered than ever before. It's taking control of my own life. I'm putting the power back in my own hands. It's all about getting yourself into a situation where you're going to actually take the necessary risks to get to where you need to be poetic, to move kinetic, to be someone who just throws it down, that they get synchronized, that they go out and they reemerge into the environment and they manifest all the positive qualities that are being conveyed through this music.
It's like the moment in the album where we say sometimes you rebuild by gently destroying.
And when you go into wrecking mode, you are just breaking through every barrier that comes your way. You're thinking about how to get yourself ahead and how to allow the bad actors in your life and in your mind to finally fade out so that the real true self of who you are can really shine through. For you to be able to code yourself while you're decoding all of the lessons that you still need to learn from your life. You need to be in wrecking mode.
So wrecking mode is basically that track where you give yourself permission to break through every barrier, to be a little wild if you have to, and to do whatever it takes to get to that next level of yourself. These final tracks feel like a rebirth, like emerging from the journey of Skylark Nights with a whole new sense of self. Live again is that moment where you're standing in the light of a new dawn, feeling like you've been given a second chance to live fully and authentically.
You just come back to life. I'm alive, and that's kind of just a shock factor, but it's still in line with the winding down of the album where you feel with these instrumental tracks like almost like a Rorschach.
So alive again of like that splash of cold water at the end of the journey that wakes you up and says, all right, here we go. You're fully awake now. It's that moment of intense clarity where you shake off all the old self-talk, unify your consciousness, and just flow. Those are close out the album. This is that final invitation to come fully alive, to move forward in a flow state where everything's aligned.